Hello, my name is Fernando Garcia Ibarra. I'm under the internship for Pierce College, and this is this is my time under the internship, and I'm just here to talk about what I've done or been doing. For week one, I was just planting some um, plants in the beds outside in our little area. But I was planting some marigolds, sunflowers, and I think they're called chrysanthemums. Chrysanthemums. I'm not quite sure, but it was really fun doing it with other people around me helping because I was kind of new to the stuff. Um, I'm glad that I got help since I oh sorry I really like doing all of this since going inside the dirt, feeding the life around us, and I just felt more connected to Mother Nature, and it's just really fun. For week two, I did mostly the same things. Oh God, sorry. I did mostly the same thing. I was planting some plants as well, and again, as marigolds, chrysanthemums, and some other plants that I do not know the name to because it was from last year, so I don't really remember much. But I was looking at the growth, and it looks like it was going pretty well for first time sake. I've been known to have a green thumb, so I feel like I revived some of those plants. For I'm kind of very fast, maybe. I'm so sorry if I am. Oh, for week three, I actually planted some pea plants of different variety. There were the Winter Elegance, W6 18605, and Jet Set Madrid. I felt connected to the sweet pea plant, kind of, so I picked it as my project since I felt it was a good pick for, plus I think it was in season, so it was more of a plus. And I put them, when I planted them, I watered them and I put them under the grow light. Okay, on to the next one. For week four, I get to water the plants inside the greenhouse, which were a lot of varieties. There was corn as well, which I found very interesting because I'm from Mexico and corn was one of the plants there. So I felt, I guess I'm felt happy helping since I feel like plants are main one of the main things that keeps us alive and keeps the world go round. On to the next one. For week five, I didn't really do much since I just watered the water. I watered the beds outside since they need some. And I on the picture on the right, yeah, on the picture on the right, I was just I had a tinfoil under I put tinfoil on some beakers and some other glass items. So for some not experiment, but we needed them for other stuff for the things inside the lab in our in Pierce College. During week six, I was checking the growth for my sweet pea plants and the greenhouse inside the greenhouse as well. I of course watered them, and I there was some growth on I think on the winter elegance, which grew faster than the rest. And I repotted them and I placed them under the grow light so they could hopefully grow bigger for next time. On week seven, there was a different greenhouse that there was under. There was tomato plants and some flowers that I don't know really the variety of it, but the tomato plants seemed they were like from last year, so for me they look really well. But I think they were under stress since that they were repotted and transferred to a different area. So I was hoping out for the best of them since I was taking care of them. It was like my responsibility to help them grow. All right, on to the next. Oh, also, I almost forgot. Some of the sweet pea plants did grow enough in order to be transferred to the greenhouse since they could, grow more out and stronger. Yay! Um, oh, sorry. For do I wrap that up? Oh, sorry. For week eight, Also checking up on the greenhouse, mostly the greenhouse since I think this is from this year or this is during winter since the plant beds outside were not occupied since it wasn't in season for we didn't have the plants to grow outside during the winter. But when I was looking to taking care of the plants in the greenhouse, they seem to be doing a bit well. There, I've seen some new growth, and I planted some new seeds, which were another variety of sweet pea, and some poppy plants, and two other seeds that I should really remember because I planted them, but I don't. I apologize. And then my next slide, I'll try to be as fast as I possible. I'm sorry. For the week 9, I was just, it was mostly a slow day since in winter nothing really grows. Well, things do grow, but very slowly. I was going under checking up on the plants, watering them as I should, and checking up on their growth, which I'm not sure if you can see from the pictures, but I had to zoom in, kind of. But they look really well, if you agree. For week 10, it was mostly the same thing. We were just watering the plants, checking if they needed to be repotted and or not. And some of my sweet pea plants did were able to be some of the other varieties had to be transplanted. So they're in the picture, I'm not sure if you can see, but on the picture two, I think you can see them, hopefully. Then some of the plants I grew, like the poppy seeds and oh sorry, the microphone is like buffering. Do I just keep talking? Uh, so sorry. Um, for the plants I they grew a little bit more. They only grew a bit in the third photo, but I didn't really think they were ready for to be transplanted since I feel like they were still like fragile and well, I feel like it wasn't really suited to repot since I felt like they didn't need it. Okay, on to the next one. For week 11, we were checking up on the tomato plants as well, but they're not doing so well. But I held out hope and I kept watering them since I had hope. I always had hope for the plants, and we also received some new plants to repot, and there were I'm not sure what variety, but there were petunias, I believe, and I think salve. I can't really pronounce it. I don't really know, but I feel like it was something with an S. I'm so sorry. For week 12, there was some growth from the new plants that we were potted. And as you can see on photo 3, you can see the growth and there's a little flower, which I was so happy about since it brightened up my day when I got there. And I think most of the wonder in growing plants is the growth you grow alongside it, and I feel like it's really special. It's like a special bond that you have with it. And I got really happy on week 13 since there was more growth on the other plants that we repotted. There was more. I think there was a daisy variety, and there was like an herb as well, which they were growing pretty well, as you can see in the photos. In week 14, not all the tomato plants survived, but the ones that did survive, we potted them and watered them in a different area so they could hold out hope for the next season so they could be able to be replanted in the beds outside. And also watered the other plants that were inside the greenhouse. I'm almost finished. And then I also repotted some plants in week 15, and I'm not sure, hopefully someone could recognize the plant, but on the photos in the left, like the far left, those I replanted, and they have a certain smell to it, which I felt was really nice since mostly in nature you smell all the different type of stuff, and once you're like up close in front of it, it's like a treat, you could say. And then you could also see the other petunias that were growing, and they look really well. Well, in my opinion, they look really well since they're really flowering. And I thought that was just something fun to look at. Oh, now almost onto my presentation. My side project, I was looking to overcome dormancy in the, I can't really pronounce the family name, but the pea plant family. There's one of the methods that I found in an article, and it's about non-thermal plasma. For these, what it does is it affects this. I'm not sure the procedure. Sorry, I'm not sure the procedure and how to go, but it uses plasma, which from the article that I read, it affects the surface of the seed, which decreases the surface energy. Or I'm just reading off of it. To better wet wettability and hydro facility. I'm so sorry. Well, this is really important because you know how seeds have sometimes trouble coming out of their seed because of low energy, and the seed is just too hard to break through at times. And I feel like this one of these methods will help out and bring awareness to other seeds that may need it, other than the pecan family. And yeah. Oh, this is like more information, not like more information on it, but with the plant treatment, it helps with water uptake, change in the dormancy with the pea plant seed, and influence the germination and the growth of the seed, which is I feel like is really important. And then there's like two more. There's Testa. Well, at first when I read the article, I thought it was another method, but in reality, it was a like a new. Testa was like a new I can't figure out the word. It's like a new, like let's say just a species of plant variety of the pea plant, which has potential to pass along to the other generations of plants since it had more advantages and to overcome the seed dormancy. I will go to the next slide to see. With it, Testa has potential genes which can, like I said, provide to other generations and hopefully crossbreed with other plants to have that those genes to for the seed germination to come out and to have more water uptake so it could grow. And there's this last one. The last method I have found was RFO with this Raffinose oligos charmis. Can't pronounce. I'm butchering that. I'm so sorry. This method has played an important role in germination of this pea seed. I say this because the people who wrote the article conducted an experiment. This experiment involved them decreasing RFO, which is like a certain gene, I believe. I wasn't really quite sure in the seed, and there's like a normal amount of RFO. The procedure was mostly to show if we decrease this certain type of thing the seed had to see if it was really important to exploit. And it turned out to be a success since in decreasing RFO, it showed that it was important in the process stage of the germination start and in the growth period. So I feel like this was important to say since it could help out with I feel like it could help out with other seeds, see what we could exploit and have more experimentation on to have more crops. It could help out with more crops for California and for the whole world. I believe it was really important to get this information out. Sorry if I said it wrong, but this comes to the end of my presentation. Thank you for this wonderful chance to learn. I would like to thank the Southern California Horticulture Society in giving this opportunity, and I'm just so happy that I got this opportunity since I actually had hands-on and plant experience, which I don't have in my little small apartment that I have with my family, and I never really had a chance to experiment since I grew up in a small family, like a big small family, but like around the poor areas. So I felt like this was a chance for me to succeed, and I was just say a big thank you. I appreciate it, and that's all for me. Goodbye. Thank you for listening.